Can hear me. If somebody can type in the chat. We went through this once before last time I tried this, and I couldn't get across to anybody. Can folks hear me? Oh, good. Glad you can hear me. I know that the things cut in and out a little bit, but actually up here, probably most of you can tell, I am up in Lake Sumter. There's absolutely nothing up here except this one lonely golf cart. I kind of feel sorry for it. Where it's sitting here right now. You guys may cut in and out, and I'm really sorry, but the reception has gotten kind of bad. But I'm going to make a round around. Oh, I think some of the electricity just went out here. Yeah, something just went down, but I drove all the way up to Spanish Springs and back down, and I definitely want to tell anybody, hopefully you guys can still hear me, but I went out and I walked out on the other side of the radio stations, all boarded up from the inside out, and I took some pictures of some video of the water is literally splashing up over the side of everything. I mean, it's pretty incredible. I'll be able to put that on. I'll put that on a video tomorrow. But I will say right now that hopefully you guys, like I say, I hope you guys can hear me. Just so you guys know, I have. Let me see what I can get it on. I'll show you exactly what. I have here. Maybe I won't. Things are a little goofy right now because don't go anywhere because well, as soon as I say that, everything dropped off. I'm really sorry, guys, but all the stuff I had on there is kind of dropping off. Let me see if I can bring up my weather radar, because I'd kind of like to have that right now. Hang on, just hang on. I'm getting there. There we go. So this is actually what I look at while I'm in the car. Hopefully you guys can see this. And there's a lot that I can see actually on here. I can tell exactly where I am. I can pull stuff about wind velocity, and it kind of makes it easy, not easy, but I can see where, there might be, I don't know, like, tornado type stuff or something like that. And if you look right here, hopefully you can see this, right at this spot right there, it kind of puts me on GPS. So that's about it. So my game plan is, I just thought I'd turn this on for you guys, and I am going to drive back home, and I'll talk a little bit about the things that I saw. And unfortunately, here we go. There we go. It's kind of hard doing this and getting on here at the same time. The roads have a ton of debris on them. There's a lot of tree branches, large tree branches, tons of palm fronds, that type of thing. And it's not something you want to get up in the early morning and think that you're gonna, like they were saying on the radio, go play pickleball. You pretty much want to stay inside and get a nice cup of coffee and have that tomorrow, because this is not what you want to be out in. For those who don't know, I used to do this for a living. I used to chase storms, do weather reporting, that kind of stuff. So this is kind of minimal to me. But I drove all the way up to Spanish Springs, and there wasn't much going on there. I haven't seen. I'm sure there are. I'm sure there's a tree here. The only water that I saw. Hang on a second. This is, I'll tell you what. Well, I don't know if you can hear me, but the only water I saw was coming across the bridge, and I think that had to do with the water level was really high. I mean, I'll show you on some video tomorrow that the docks back behind the radio station and the ice cream place at Sumter they were like literally halfway flying up in the air. And as you can see, I'm driving over a bunch of palm fronds right now and a little bit of water, but everything looks really good except for a bunch of tree branches and stuff like that. Don't plan on going anywhere in the morning, and let the people that are doing the cleaning and that type of stuff get out here and get the debris off of there. Like I said, I've done this before. This is kind of second nature to me, and just give the folks in the morning. I know that the people that live on the other side of the pond from me, I know they lost power, so there's obviously some people that have lost power. I guess it depends on what company you're with or whatever, but I know on the other side, just on the other side of the pond, they're on with a different company. So but pretty much I haven't found any flooding except across the bridge going into Lake Sumter from Spanish Springs, and there's been, well, I'm gonna come up here. I don't know that you can see it, but there's a whole bunch of junk in the middle of the road right here. So you're really going to have to give them time to clean all this up in the morning. And as we all know, they do a pretty good darn job of it. Now, the thing is as long as anybody is listening, the storm seems to be moving faster than they expected, at least from what I can tell. I've been out running around, but the little bit that I can tell, so things are going to happen a little bit faster, and the storm is probably going to be over faster. And there's some good points and bad points with that, but mostly good points because we're not going to be sitting under this constant rain. I mean, it should be out of here, and hopefully Friday we should, pretty much have everything back to normal. But tomorrow's going to be, you can probably see how it's blowing pretty good still. Friday we should be back to normal. Hopefully we can play pickleball. I don't know whether you're going to be playing golf, but I will get up, if you guys can still hear me, I will get up early in the morning and I will try to give a report early in the morning. But I'm just telling you, there's a ton of branches, there's a ton of debris out here. And that's about it. But not something you want to be driving in. And literally, I have seen probably 4 cars total out tonight, and except for the gas truck pulling into the Circle K. If you look on my Facebook page, there's the Circle K I pulled into because that was the only thing that was open. I just walked in to say hi to everybody in there, and that was about it. But everything's closed. I mean, the bathrooms are not open. There's nothing open around here. So, and hopefully there's nothing on the way back. I'll stop in Sawgrass and check that out. I didn't go by Brownwood, but I can imagine everything's okay. I have gotten a few pretty good gusts. Pretty strong gusts. I'd probably say up around 50 or so, and but that's about it as far as wind goes. And as you come up on each one of these roundabouts, for some reason, entering the roundabouts and departing the roundabouts, there always seems to be a lot of debris, like right there. And then you got to be kind of cautious coming out of here. I'm assuming you can probably see some of this stuff right here, but that's just, I've been out in other storms around here, and right there is where they have those palm trees, and they all kind of shed their leaves from this. I wish I could see out to the ponds and lakes and stuff around here, but I just can't. But Lake Sumter, well, I'll probably never see it that way again. But I did get some video of it. I will put it on. It won't be live tomorrow, but I did put it on. I did try to capture it on the GoPro. And I am okay. The lights are out, so I am on 466A. The lights are out, so obviously there's electricity out in other places. When this comes up, or you guys can put in the chat in there, if anybody's still on there, I don't know whether I'm talking to anybody. Any outages, like if your area has any outage, your village has any outages, but right over there by Sawgrass, I know they do have some. I hope they got all those floating golf balls out of the driving range. This is a mess right here. I don't know if you can see this, but there's just stuff all over the place. I gotta slow down a little bit. Yeah, don't plan on going anywhere in the morning. Nothing's going to be open. Even though the storm's going to come through a little faster, they never planned on having anything. So I know a lot of the the food stores and all that kind of stuff aren't planning on being open now. I don't know whether they're going to change that, but you may want to give them a call. Anybody that's got doctor's appointments, you probably want to get a hold of your doctor if you can in the morning, obviously, if they don't answer the phone. I would think urgent cares might be open, but right now, the rescue folks and stuff like that, is when the winds start to hit 45 miles an hour, they cease to do emergency stuff. I don't know whether that applies to everything, but I know the rescue stuff and that type of stuff stops because they just have a hard time getting through or performing anything. And I can tell as I'm driving down here, I can see the wind changing directions, so I know there's something passing over top of me. And we're kind of starting to get pretty close to we're going to be getting close to home. But as you can see, we haven't seen anybody on the road yet. I mean, nobody has been on the road, and it makes me feel like I'm in. It makes me feel like I'm in one of those movies, like the zombie movies, the end of the world, and I'm waiting for something to come out and grab me. But the thing that amazed me so far, barring the one stretch going from Spanish Springs and going over the bridge into Sumter, is the fact that I have not hit any flooded areas. So think about that. I have not hit one flooded area. Coming across that bridge, yes, and I wouldn't even be surprised if it was because the water was coming up over the road. That's how violent Lake Sumter was. And now, see, here's a whole tree. This is the first tree I've seen right here. I mean, there's nobody on the road here, so. But there's a tree completely, unfortunately, gone. The ground is getting so. Well, here's two of them right here. Here's another one right here. So yeah, definitely, guys, you know, in the morning, I'm showing you this stuff so you don't have to go out and look at it. But you know, give the guys in the morning, please give them time, sit back, have a cup of coffee. I know they actually delivered the newspaper today, so everybody's got their newspaper. They can go have their cup of coffee and relax in the morning and let the cleanup crews do that. They are, for those of you that don't live here, and I know a lot of you are thinking about moving down here, the cleanup crews are out immediately. I mean, as long as there's not wind and there's any danger to them, they're out here. I was out here on my first lifestyle, and here's a hole that I'm coming up on down by Rohan, and as you can see, still haven't seen one person on the road except for me. But at least you're going to get to see an idea of what's going on. The winds, they're going to pick up, and not too much, I don't think. But we still stand a chance of tornadoes. So keep your radios on if you have them. Keep your phones on. Keep your hearing aids in so you can hear it. And you know, the chances are slim if you watch the videos. You know, we're not really on the dirty side right now, but the way this storm is kind of being compressed, in that the area that we're sitting as we get closer and to the eye, and the eye kind of pushes out ahead of it, we may have more chances of some type of spin up. But it looks like these lights are working. So we're just coming up on 44 right now, and Yeah, this looks good. I don't see any lights on down. Well, a lot of the street lights are out and stuff here, so that's kind of telling me the grown buildings always, where they grow the stuff, always seems to have lights on in there. And the wind has definitely changed directions. Hasn't picked up much, but it's changed directions. So I know there's little cells that will move along in here. And right now I am just coming up on the fire station, and all of their lights are out inside the fire station. So I can imagine they're in there taking a nap. I'm sure, absolutely sure, they must have electricity in there. But we will be to Sawgrass here in a second. I'll drive through the parking lot there. And hopefully you guys are still getting something. If somebody types something in, I'll at least be able to look down and see whether it changes. Nope, I guess not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I guess we're still on. Yeah. Now the wind is blowing the complete opposite direction. On the upper side of this, a quarter of a mile the other way, it was going right to left up by the grown building, and now it's going left to right. So there must be a cell right around here someplace. I don't have time to pull over to check it out, but the rain's pretty much like horizontal right there, and yep, now it's blowing in a different direction. So I will be happy to get out of these, because this is actually one of my sailing suits that I used to wear to keep me, but I guess it's kind of old, so it's got some holes in it, and I'll be happy to get out of it and get home. Well, hopefully Sawgrass is all still together. And it was really kind of funny, because when you drive around, when I was up at the different things, I saw probably about 5 golf carts just sitting out in the middle of nowhere. And I'd love to know the story behind them, because everything was closed today, so that means they must have been sitting there for a couple of days. But they might be stolen golf carts. Whoa, that's pretty good wind. But still, I know you noticed I really haven't hit any flooded areas yet. And if you think about what we've been going through with rain, it's pretty amazing. It just goes as a testament to what, the construction of this place. Now, I don't know, up north, I can imagine that, up by Spanish Springs, I would begin to think that there might be some flooding up there. I don't know for sure, just because they don't have the same ability to pump and move water around. But it is, let's see, I don't even know what time it is. Oh man, it's almost 12:30. I'll probably get up about 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning and see how everything is. And I may take a drive around if something additional happens tonight. But I just can't imagine it's going to be much more than just some stuff that's blown down. But I will definitely try to report on it for you, because that's what I do. I am just going through. I'm going to pass by Sawgrass just because I'm here. See if there are anything. Last time I did this on the last hurricane, there was a couple of trees down, but that was when they hadn't quite taken root. That's something that kind of everything looks good in there. That's something that although a lot of lights are out, I don't know. Lights may be out in there too. Something amazed me was these palm trees. I don't get, maybe somebody can put that down in the comments or something, but I don't get how they can plant these balls, these palm trees, and it seems like in no time they pull the stabilizing boards off of there, and they go through these hurricanes and they stay up. I mean, they've got to get some serious rooting pretty quick. The pool looks lit up, so. And there's the good old pickleball courts with all of the nets down and stuff like that. And for those of you that don't live here, you notice they take down all of the bars that go across. And from what I understand, a lot of people say that it's so they won't blow away. They've actually taken them away this time. But it's not so that they won't blow away, so that electricity failure, then so I am passing Renee Terrace, and this street is completely lit. I'm going to go drive down here a little bit, and this is the other part. So this is, I'm going to keep going, and I guess I'll report. Their electricity's out. I don't see any. Oh, Mike. So yeah, this whole area, I guess I'll drive down here now. So it looks like that's the dividing line. This is a different electric company than what we have on the other side over there. Yep, this is completely out. So yeah, east of Sawgrass. Looks like they've lost electricity. So if you've got friends over there, they may be coming back to your neighborhood to put their frozen hamburger and steaks and everything in. Hopefully they get that. Well, I am just about home, and it is all of a sudden it is getting really windy. And I am going to stop here for just a second. I see the lights are on in my place. Everybody's still on there? Somebody tell me whether you can actually... I'm going to just put thanks in here. I want to see whether I actually have the chat down. I guess I can. I'm doing monster face. That's it. So I'm going to end this. I'm going to go in and go to sleep, and then I will try to get up tomorrow morning, and then I'll probably go live, but I will also put, because I think that's going to be really fascinating to people to see Lake Sumter. It was pretty incredible. And I don't think it's going to be that way in the morning. And I don't think anybody wants to go out there. So anyway, all right, thanks a lot, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that kind of squelched some people's curiosity, and I will I'll try to do this again, something like this tomorrow, and we'll see what happens around here. But like I said, the cool thing is the fact that things seem to be working the way they're supposed to. Anyway, you guys have a great night. Thanks a lot for joining me, and I will talk to you either here on YouTube or I'll talk to you in the villages. Have a great night.